Boy, a bunch of them did, but not our leader.
Whoa! Car goes around in the trial, the spinning, sliding out of control. BJ McLeod brings out the caution. Stenhouse has wrecked on pit road with Tyler Reddick. Another car is sitting littered in the grass. And we're under caution. That is the 52. That's Cody Ware.
I think Reddick got the left rear tire of Jimmy Johnson. Then Jimmy couldn't get in his pit stall.
That's one of the most difficult things in the world to do, is running 200 miles an hour and try to get on pit road under green conditions.
You can see Stenhouse too close to the pit wall. I don't know if they're going to even be able to get the left side up on that car.
Tyler Reddick out of the Xfinity Series, involved in that. We're going to watch the red number 52 of Cody Ware and BJ McLeod in the 51 coming into frame here at the top. And there's Tyler Reddick. All of them in their first 500 start, and moves on.
Yeah, and I just wonder if McLeod was trying to get woed up, and I think Cody Ware had no idea he was coming to pit road.
And you're right, Jimmy Johnson did get collected in that. 3 drivers, Daytona 500 rookies get piled up here.
Yeah, again, Cody Ware just right on the rear bumper of the 51.
No, Benedetto! And everybody!
Good.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But it.
Boy, it just reminds me of the Clash. Same type of carnage that we saw where these cars were going everywhere. A lot of damage as they all got to turn 3.
Well, that ruined everything.
I mean, sometimes I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Reddick not letting him get away.
Oh, whoa! Bell up top. And there goes Reddick spinning out. Kyle Busch coming back to the white flag. Caution is out. We will have a second overtime. Huge damage for Zane Smith and Austin Cindric. It's our 7th caution of the day. Major damage across the field. So John Hunter Nemechek and Austin Dillon is going to get through. Austin Dillon, I believe, has newer tires.
He does indeed. He was one of those that had taken the wave around.
12 lap newer tires.
And pitted at 202. And there's the damage for Christopher Bell. Obviously went through the grass. And Zane Smith sitting idle near the infield. Older tires. Kyle Busch is going to get right on the outside of Tyler Reddick against what we already said coming into this whole race. Turns 3 and 4 in the wind. And it's just going to pull.
Just got loose.
Yeah, it's just going to pull him right around. It's going to collect Christopher Bell and a whole list of others. And we talked about this in the pre-race. You knew this was going to happen in this race. Kevin, turns 3 and 4. Very difficult. Windy conditions, old tires, side drafting. It's just a matter of time.
Well, I think it's very smart on Cotton right there.
Yeah, I don't know either. He definitely slows down. Maybe he catches the wall a little bit, Kevin. But as you saw, when he was spinning to the right, I saw the track surface color change, like something was wrong. Maybe it was just the marks off the tires, but
A turn 2.
there's almost fluid or something coming on this car.
Wow, that was a violent.
By Di Benedetto, Truex is in it. And so is the 77 of rookie Justin Haley.
Right on cue.
19 of Truex getting caught up in this.
Larry, that trend was nobody's friend. 7 to go.
Got a fire on the 95 to Benedetto.
Having a great day, just running so well all day long.
Good to see him climb out. Chris Buescher took a hard hit. And there's Haley. His rookie run spoiled. That's a tough way to end it with 7 laps to go. So coming off turn number 2, Buescher is 3rd on the outside.
Yeah, and keep an eye on, I believe the 10 car of Amarola gets a nice run behind Chris Buescher. He almost tries to make it 3 wide right there. Buescher comes down. Little bit of contact right there and just turns the 37 around.
Boy, and Benedetto had nowhere to go, and Truex had nowhere to go.
So happy to see that 37 car stay on the
Haley.
ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Got a caution out.
Yeah, caution on the racetrack. 17. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looked to have slammed the wall. Look at the right side of that car.
Left hand tire down, hit the wall, 8 exit coming on 4 right sides, damage.
I think they blew a tire and got in the wall. Eric Jones trying to get by. They make contact right here. Ooh. Creates either a rub or they cut that left tire. Here it is, blowing away.
Oh,
man. Right on corner exit into throttle. That's such a hard hit. A lot of tire rub right there. Hard to explain how much that hurts. You would think the real fast ones hurt more, but sometimes when they get a little slowed down, they like.
I just don't see it happening. That 9 car is in the driver's seat.
Oh, Stenhouse. Stenhouse pounds the wall, but they took the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, under green. Stenhouse.
No caution, is it?
Trying to get away. Here they come. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece. Logano on the outside.
Oh,
and Byron's around. He crashes. Caution is out.
Heavy impacted inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man.
Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earnhardt with heavy damage. What a hard tumble for Kyle Larson.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man. And that was after a really hard hit with that front nose to the inside wall.
It just won't stop. Going down there a little bit further in the 62 car, Brendan Gaughan finished 10th.
Great run for the part-time driver. Part-time Cup driver.
LaJoy, 11th.
Corey LaJoy. Jeffrey Earnhardt sliding to the inside barrier.
Been watching at home, and you see that's Jordan Anderson, obviously uncomfortable, but waving to the crowd. He took a big hit. 11 different trucks involved in that incident. The 51 of Christian Eckes, our pole winner. Johnny Sauter, who has been out front for nearly a dozen laps tonight, heavily involved.
So many of the real good trucks in this race. Let's take a look here.
The 2 of Creed right there in the middle, and
it looked like Jordan Anderson had some sort of an issue and slowed, it looked like. Well, and then Creed ran in the back of him.
not sure Sheldon Creed had anywhere to go.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, Jordan looks, looked like the left front tire looks a little funny on that truck. Possibly maybe a left front tire going down.
You know, Phil, he was running, Jordan was in the 5th position when they entered turn 1 and 2. We were on board the truck behind him, and there were sparks coming from behind the truck. I think maybe Jordan felt something was going wrong and pulled up. I don't know.
Maybe trying to get out of the way.
Moffitt, Sauter, Snyder, Gus Dean, Jordan Anderson, of course, Sheldon Creed, Grant Enfinger, Stuart
Dean, the 4th top Gillen. Oh, Roper. Around he goes.
Wow, unbelievable that it was just Corey Roper involved in that. How did he not collect others?
Lost it on his own right there.
The great run for Corey Roper comes to an end.
Looked like he had a tremendous momentum through the center of turn 3 and 4. Really gained on the back of Austin Hill and was pushing Hill off of turn 4, and the front end just went up the banking. And I think you're going to see that was a recipe for disaster. Right on the back of Austin Hill, pushing a bit, and when he comes off this turn, just the inexperience of not knowing the nose was going to be light when he exits the corner because of being right on the back of the 16, and the truck just goes around.
And I think then he grabs the steering wheel when that truck goes high right there. He grabs the steering wheel, turns a little bit left, and that's all it took.
And the action is heating up. Look at Cindric, and there goes Nemechek around. Off the nose of Sieg and hard into the inside wall.
Hold a brake. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Whew. Glad to hear that. He caught the edge of that turn 1 pit wall, and he hit a ton.
That just didn't look very good all the way down the front straightaway. Really, guys had some runs off the corner and making moves, and you can see where it goes wrong.
Well, he's chasing the 22 down to try to get the side draft off him. I don't think he knows that Sieg's there.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg was in a hole there, and no fault of Ryan Sieg. That's just one of those racing incidents.
Qualifying. Good start to the season. And there he goes. Talked about him too soon.
Oh, that's gonna
into
be
the wall,
hard.
Brandon Jones.
Man, that was a tough break. I didn't see what he did wrong to create that looseness, but the car just came around on him way quicker than what he thought was going to happen there. That's a tough break, man.
Well, you qualify up front, running fourth, and just trying to feel it out, and that happens, and certainly would appear the day done for the 19, Matt.
And he had just told Jeff Mendering that the car just way too free, turn 2 and turn 3, and they just got off from underneath.
It was way too free in turn 1 too, Matt.
And that's going to be your loosest corner here at Pocono. If you're starting to feel it in other areas of the track, it's going to step out at that max compression zone, and man, it just came around on him, and that's a tough break. I mean, if you're feeling it, you got to make the call in your mind not to overdrive it when you're in the loosest corner at Pocono.
You think that's right when he maybe tried to go back to the gas?
Yep.
Or I think maybe just got on the gas a little bit and around he went.
Speed into the corner, 193 for Brandon Jones. Gives you an idea of what he was dealing with.
And now a caution on the racetrack. Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe both involved in this one.
Try to stay in the gas here so we don't get stuck down the water.
98 on the inside
Stay in the gas,
wall.
stay in the gas.
You see how shortened up the nose of that car is.
And a big hit for the 98 of Chase Briscoe. Front end smashed up on Chase Briscoe's car, though, as the safety crew get to him right away. Big one happens at Daytona. It was about mid-pack. Cars now sliding to a stop. David Starr is involved. Looks as though the 93. So Scott Lagasse Jr. I saw the 8 of Sheldon Creed right there. The 15 also, B.J. McLeod. Damage to the 28 of Shane Lee. Again, just the 3rd race for that team.
Chad Fincham also in it.
Jeff, you kept saying it couldn't last. 3 wide in the back. You see real estate. They run out of real estate. Somehow the 20 of Christopher Bell makes his way through.
We were just talking about Christopher Bell, how he was back there in the middle of that stuff. If he didn't get past it, he was going to get in a wreck, and it happened right in front of him, and somehow he snaked his way through.
Didn't take long, and around goes the 1, and that into the wall hard. That's going to collect multiple cars behind him. Timmy Hill in the 66. Cole Custer in the 00. Numerous cars. There's Cole Custer. Michael Annette in the 1.
Annette had a fast car. Timmy Hill having a great night. It's coming to an end.
And look at all the cars stuck in the grass right now.
Several of these cars are in their 2nd wreck for the night.
Gray Galding in the 08.
Can you get it fired up?
Chad Fincham in the 42 out of his car.
Watch right here. Watch the 11 make this move right now. That's slowing the 2 down. The 20 is pushing the 1 right into the back of Reddick, and that's what caused this wreck. Just that slowdown by that side draft. And Christopher Bell can't see that. He cannot see, 2 cars in front.
As we look once again at this incident.
What a move by A.J. Allmendinger. He slowed down right away, somehow kept the car straight. And you saw him come to pit road with his clothes. I'm sure the tires were destroyed. Let's right here ride along with him, Jeff.
I can check up low. One inside. Inside. Nice and easy here. Low if you can. You get anything?
I got to get AJ's opinion of how that all went down.
Look how long that wreck happened.
Yes.
I mean,
and slow on the track is the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Will he be able to get to the apron? He does. Can he stay out of the line as the racing continues? Austin Dillon up front. He shifted him out.
It's going to be a big one.
And now around goes the 3 in front of the pack. They're all collected. The 11 with damage, the 22 as well.
Big wreck here.
Smoke rolling out of the cars that even cleared this incident. They shuffled out. The 11 of Denny Hamlin, and then while trying to regroup, the 3 of Austin Dillon gets around. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 17, major damage.
a lot of good cars in this wreck.
Chris Buescher in the 37, also the 18 of Kyle Busch.
Anytime you see a guy get turned around entering a corner, he's going up across the track. It's going to take a lot of guys with it. That's just one of the worst places, if not the worst place to get turned. And it's the blocking. It's the blocking we've talked about all weekend. And I think that a lot of guys might have Brad Keselowski's mental attitude about it. I'm not allowing it. I'm not putting up with it. We saw it already today with Kurt Busch, Ricky Stenhouse.
We just saw Clint Boyer climb out of his car. Ryan Blaney climbed out of his car.
Guys, the racing was intense, but it all started right here. The Chevy, the 3 of Austin Dillon changed lanes. He tries to make a move on the Toyota, loses momentum, blocks the 14. Now he's helping a Ford. I think he panics. What does he do? He goes back to the bottom, or does he block the 14? The 14 makes a move. The 3 blocks. You've said it time and time again. Blocking causes accidents. This is an accident at the front of the field. Yeah, it looks like Clint Boyer's pushing the 3, but he moves to go inside, and that upset the 3 a little bit. Got the 3 a little bit loose, but the 3 headed on down the track to try to block anyways, to try to get down there and protect that line, protect that lead.
Let's go back and look at that first view.
On the 12 of Ryan Blaney, watch the right of your screen and see what happens.
You can just see, connects to the rear bumper, Ryan Blaney, and he tries to jump out to pass him, but they were still connected and made contact. Blaney actually got pretty lucky to come out of it the way he did, but unfortunately it turned Bubba sideways.
Michael McDowell is collected, and behind them Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, and more.
You can see that hood flap. That means you're in that pocket of air that you can stay connected to the rear bumper of the car in front of you.
Yeah, he just moved to his left, and when you hit that car on the left side, it just.
And that's also, as he turned back to the right, these cars, when you turn back to the right, they load on that left rear, and it just turned him sideways to the right. You'll see a lot of that. That's why these cars aren't as stable.
On the cool down lap after the checkered flag.
Wow.
Well, obviously something took place before all this.
Bam.
But Boyer not
Look at
happy
Boyer
at all.
Look like a machine.
Contact and a spin coming off 2 to the backstretch, and heavy contact for Bailey Curry.
Boy, I'll say that nose is crushed.
We're going to ride with Martin Truex, and that's a pretty hard hit for Curry.
It really was, Mike.
Hasn't yet dropped the window net. We'll check up on that.
Ooh, wow. Now, we had just talked about how tight these cars are on the exit, and that's a perfect example of it. You could see Martin Truex Jr. playing with the throttle, trying to keep the nose underneath him from sliding up the racetrack, but he couldn't do it. He got into the 52. That was all on Martin Truex Jr.
Wow.
11th caution flag.
Hard impact.
Comes at lap 250.
The race would win it, but he did all around and go somebody on the back. I don't know who that was.
11. Boy, heavy.
Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin.
Heavy crash.
Big crash.
Most everybody gets through there. No caution. Checkered flag in the air. Martin Truex wins the Coca-Cola 600. Cole left behind his parents, a sister, a brother, a wife, and 3 sons. Martin Truex will carry his name to victory. Denny Hamlin just got loose off the corner, and around he went and into the inside retaining wall. Wow.
Oh, Jimmy! Contact!
And around goes Menard into the wall, taking cars with him.
Come on, clear, clear, clear. All clear.
Big wreck.
You got it.
Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard, or did they make contact that turned him around?
When the 48 gets on your bumper like that, it probably had something to do with it.
4 cars were out in front of that melee.
My.
Jimmy just got a run. Went to side draft the left rear of the 21 Paul Menard. I don't know if Paul came down a little bit, but they got too close and hit.
Paul never moved. It looked like it sucked Jimmy into him. I think he made a miscalculation there.
Yeah, Menard comes off the wall a little bit. It just you know, a misjudgment.
Yeah.
And made contact, turned him around.
Look at all. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of wrecked race cars.
Don't look now. 22 at Joey Logano. I don't care if he has damage or not. Oh, he's going to turn the 30. Oh, man, he almost turned the 34 McDowell.
Great save by McDowell. Now here we go. They wrecked again.
Larson and Stenhouse. You won't believe how Ryan Preece shot the gap and got through there. I can't believe it.
But you know what I can't believe? They wrecked again. I can't believe that.
We'll have a great view of that, Mike, with that visor cam on Ryan Preece.
There's your leader.
Now
there's your second, third, fourth, fifth play, and that's all the cars.
This is the question now. Did McDowell get ahead of the 11?
Artie, don't you dare give me another shot of that full moon. I'm over it.
Oh, God.
From the Goodyear blimp.
We saw this, the last wreck that happened. The 22 and the 34 are bump drafting there. The 22 hooks him a little bit, but actually this wreck ended up happening because the 17 of Stenhouse dove to the middle. There really wasn't much of a hole there. Collects the 42 of Larson, the 4, knocks the 4.
Kevin Harvick,
Kevin
he goes
Harvick
up the hill, hits the wall, and here comes the 13, gets into the 2, spins him around. Holy smokes. I thought the truck race that night, they had 6 trucks or 7 that were running at the finish. I thought, I'd never seen anything like that until now.
Visor cam. Ryan Preece, this is the roof cam. Look at this.
Check up.
Woo!
Hey, that's some modified driving right there.
Now watch Stenhouse here. He sees a small, tiny gap that really knew what was coming. He's like, what just happened?
Well, Chase
that just happened right there. Now 3 wide. 2 rows back, 3 rows back. Oh, Boyer gets turned.
Golly.
Looked to me like he came up just a little bit too early on McDowell.
Oh, my gosh.
And William Byron's luck runs out.
Get through that one.
What memo did we not get? I mean, this is crazy. Well.
And the Joe Gibbs Toyotas lead them across the line.
Might be a process of elimination here.
We're going to NASCAR overtime as William Byron gets set to climb out. Chase Elliott comes around. We will have a green flag, a white flag, and hopefully a checker. It'll be a 2-lap shootout to finish the Daytona 500.
Well, we're going to have
the cars remaining.
Yeah, we're going to have a checkered flag. I just don't know when.
Clint Boyer's radio.
You okay, man? Yeah, I went for it. Sorry.
There's Boyer.
He did a great move right here. Side drafts the 34 McDowell and 24. Gets them 2 wide. They stall out. Here's where he comes off that yellow line just a little bit too early. I don't know if the air on the right side brought him up or if he just decided to try to get up in front of him, but just a little bit too early in front of McDowell in the 34. Ooh, big hit.
Big hit.
Right there, 00 Landon Castle to the side door of William Byron.
Well, let's ride with Brian Priest because you won't believe this, chapter 2.
He's coming there. Stay with that 14. He's rolling there. 3 wide, just 3 wide. Stay down, stay down. All right, you're good, you're good, you're good. Just stay.
Now somebody's got some luck on his side or
Chase
great
Elliott.
skill.
3 wide. 2 wide, that's a 3. Oh, we're running again. Boy, that's such a run.
Oh, William took 2 hard hits to the driver's side door. One from Clint Boyer and then the next one later by Landon Castle.
Kyle Larson's view.
I love it. He's all the way down to second gear.
Garage.